Rolling with the triple C, I'ma make them bend the knee. Rolling with the triple C, don't really count the heat.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to this episode of Bet Like a Goat. Yours truly, King Triple C, a.k.a. Henry Cejudo. And today's episode, we are going to be talking about, that's right, let's get straight to it. The main event, the return of Jon Jones Bones versus Ciryl Gane. Guys, the reason why I'm choosing Jon Jones, it's not even based on bias, or maybe it is, but I've been able to see and watch this man for the last year or so, and to be able to see him as a student once again, rekindling that love. The dude's prepared more than you guys will ever think or know, because there's something that makes Jon Jones extremely dangerous, is when you have that fire once again, when you have a big opposition, a big challenge in a guy like Ciryl Gane, to be able to call yourself the heavyweight champion of the world. I think the reason why I feel Jones is gonna get it done, and I have Jones getting it done within no more than 3. I do believe John's gonna get it done within 3, and I think his heart's in there, his mind's in there. I think his technique, and I think the biggest thing is just the wrestling aspect. I think John has that over a guy like Gane, who's been able to be taken down by a guy like Francis Ngannou. I mean, Jon Jones is he's leaps and bounds ahead of Francis Ngannou when it comes to the sport of wrestling. Not saying that he's gonna wrestle, but I will say he has that in his back pocket. So for that reason, I'm going Jon Jones within 3 rounds. Ciryl Gane's not gonna make it to championship rounds, but you know what, guys? Let's take it to the gym. So Jon Jones versus Ciryl Gane. Right now, today, guys, we have a special guest, none other than the greatest combat coach of all time, Captain Eric Alvarez. And Captain, when I first see this fight with Jon, obviously we've worked with Jon for about a good year now, you know, you and myself, and just the improvement that he's done. But I think the most important thing that makes Jon extremely dangerous is the rekindling of the fire, the fuel that he has now, the chip on his shoulder. And I just feel like, for me, Jon has too many tools. Too many tools, from question mark kicks, even striking, to going for shots, throwing the elbow. But the most important one that we all have to forget, this man is not, he doesn't come from the school of hard knocks when it comes to like striking. This man is a wrestler. The wrestling portion, and not just that, but Jon's been seriously working on so many much more tools. I'm trying to say a lot without trying to say a lot, but obviously he's going up against a guy like Ciryl Gane, who has gone 5 rounds, who in my eyes was beating Francis Ngannou until he decided to go for that leg lock, which pretty much hurt him. But obviously, you've been around the best in the world, you've coached the best in the world. What is your 2 takes on this matchup, Captain?
This is going to be one of the greatest fights in heavyweight history. It's for the vacant title, the return of the GOAT, the greatest pound-for-pound MMA fighter on the planet. And in my opinion, he's going against the most skilled. The guy has a lot of ability. Have you seen him? Ciryl Gane, he's dunking. He could pretty much do any sport. But there's one sport that he lacks in, and that is wrestling. And always try to exploit the weakness of your opponent. I do anticipate him trying to defend the wrestling, but Jon Jones has been training for this for 3 years. He knows his strength. He knows what he needs to do to go out there. He's a black belt on competing, and I just can't see him losing a fight. I'm anticipating Jon Jones leaving Saturday night with a victory. Ciryl Gane is going to get lost in the sauce. He's not going to be able to stop the unpredictability of Jon Jones. That's what Jon Jones brings. Unpredictability. And that long range, it's hard to find somebody to imitate Jon Jones. You know, I look at the UFC embedded, I don't see them bringing in anybody that can really imitate Jon Jones, while Jon Jones had 25 heavyweights for him to train with. So I feel as Jon Jones is the better prepared fighter for this vacant heavyweight title.
Well, there you have it, guys. I'm going to make a prediction right now. Jon Jones by stoppage. This doesn't go into the championship rounds. You guys make sure to lock in your bets at BetOnline.ag. We out! And now for the co-main event, Alexa Grasso versus Valentina Shevchenko. Guys, they've both come out to actually train at Fight Ready. So I don't necessarily want to make a prediction here. I just can't. You know, there is a little bit of character to Triple C, but I will say this. This fight will go the distance. The toughest matchup that Valentina is going to have is against a girl like Alexa Grasso. Alexa Grasso has power in her hands. If Valentina decides to sit there and go blow for blow with Alexa Grasso could potentially put her out. But what would Valentina may more likely have to do? There's one thing that Alexa Grasso does have that not a lot of people have capitalized is her stance. She's very, very wide in her stance. And I do believe that if Valentina plays her game right tactically, there's going to be a lot of leg kicks. Anyhow, enough talk. Let's take it to the gym. Alexa Grasso versus Valentina Shevchenko. Guys, this fight right here, because I know both of them, and they've actually both gone out and actually trained at Fight Ready, but I know both of them pretty well. And the only thing that I can say is, how can you doubt the champion, the guy, the person with 7 title defenses going for an 8th, Valentina Shevchenko, a person that's a very good tactician, very well diverse with kicks coming from different angles, whether she's going to the body or she's coming to the head. But let's not forget too, her body locks. Taking people down, getting into crucifix position, and having the ability to pound somebody into the next world. But that also being said is, she's also going up against a Mexican fighter. Mexican fighters are extremely dangerous for the simple fact that they come out to fight. They come out to fight. And I've gone standing with Alexa Grasso, and I tell you what, guys, she has some heavy hands. So my biggest thing is with Alexa Grasso. Can Alexa Grasso bring the fight where she needs to bring the fight? Can she get Valentina to start exchanging? Because if Valentina Shevchenko starts exchanging with Alexa Grasso, I do believe that this fight can go on her side. Also look out for Valentina, because there's one thing that I will say with Alexa is her stance. Her stance is very, very wide. She has a very, very wide. I'm surprised nobody has really gone out and actually tried kicking her leg. Because when people have a very heavy stance to one side and they're very hand-minded, they're always going to leave their leg behind, because their structure of carrying their hands is down by your foundation. But when you're too heavy, you're too wide, this is one thing that she needs to watch out for with Valentina, those leg kicks. Bah! But if she's able to bring the fight, and if she's able to make Valentina emotional and make Valentina to actually fight with her toe-to-toe, mano-a-mano, this fight, she could pull that upset. Again, guys, I'm not making a bet here. I'm just giving you guys logic. You guys put your money where your mouth is. You guys make sure to place your damn bets at BetOnline.ag. And now let me talk about one of the greatest wrestlers to ever enter the UFC octagon. That's right, Bo Nickal, 3-time NCAA champ, 4-time finalist, Olympic alternate. I mean, guys, this guy is a huge favorite. So for that reason, I would go big if I was in your guys' shoes. I would go big. I would have Bo Nickal by either knockout or submission in round 1. That's right, I said it. Let's go big with Bo Nickal. The train continues to keep running forward. So I say we go submission, round 1. So Bo Nickal versus Jamie Pickett. Guys, I don't even know if I've seen Pickett's fight, but the only thing I'm going to tell you is Bo Nickal's wrestling is absolutely ridiculous. So look into this fight. Again, he's a heavy favorite, but the same reason why I'm going to bet Bo Nickal first round submission. And this is how. Bell rings right away. Oh, he's coming in for a takedown. He's gonna come here. Pickett's gonna go to his all fours position, and then this is where Bo Nickal eats. He's gonna grab wrist control, college style type wrestling. He's gonna be looking He's gonna be looking to hurt him here. By the time he starts covering or whatever it may be, eventually he's gonna go back and actually catch his rear naked choke. There's two options that you guys have with Bo Nickal. Is one, he wins by submission, or two, he wins by stoppage and ground and pound. He's a young fighter. He's got, I believe, I want to say this is going to be his fourth fight or fifth fight. With that being said, he's still, for him to be able to knock somebody on his feet, he's not ready yet. He's not, but he will do it on the ground. So again, guys, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to place your bets, BetOnline.ag. We're out! So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys really enjoyed this episode of Bet Like a Goat. You guys make sure to place your bets at BetOnline.ag. Make sure to bet that money and make it rain. BetOnline.ag. Place your bets. I'm out! So thank you guys again for watching. It means a lot to me. So you guys remember, there's more breakdowns, there's more technique, there's more tactics, and there's definitely more cringe. So make sure to subscribe and click on that button. I'm out!